What is up? Welcome back to the DRK KAST podcast. I am your host, River.
And I'm your other host, Deontay.
And here we are going to be talking about some pretty cool stuff today.
Yeah, we said we were going to have a guest on, and we finally did it, guys. Episode 4.
The first guest of the podcast.
First guest of the podcast, and it's going to be a very special one. It's our friend from Germany.
A German foreign exchange student.
Yeah, so we had him on. It's going to be in the later part of the episode. We recorded it separately because he was busy when we were able to actually record the full length of our episode. So we got that in store for you guys. Stay tuned.
We're gonna bullshit a little bit for 20 minutes probably.
Obviously, got to give you a little bit of us talking and.
Yeah, you gotta hear from us a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I think it was actually a really good episode.
I think so too. It was very interesting. Niels told us all about his fucking life in Germany and how he grew up and what life is like over there.
We talked about differences in between the two cultures and countries and stuff. And
yeah,
I think it was really sick.
Yeah, it was definitely a good episode.
Yeah, he was a good
part of the episode, I should say.
Yeah.
But
that was one of the first times I actually hung out with him.
Yeah.
I knew him, I knew of him. I saw him at school, and I knew of him. I don't think I ever talked to him.
You had a good time.
We did have English class together, though, remember?
Yeah, that's right. He was we had a class together.
I was like, no way!
Me and him had, we had history class together, right? And my history class was so fucking funny because I just did whatever the fuck I wanted in that class, basically. And the teacher just stopped trying. I accidentally broke a desk in the class.
You broke another desk?
No, the first time I broke a chair.
Oh yeah, that was a chair. I remember.
Yeah,
that vividly.
Okay. I'll tell the chair story first because that's funny too.
That was funny as fuck.
Basically, we had I call them the ADHD chairs because basically you have the ADHD kids sat on them because you could bounce back and forth.
Oh yeah.
Because they had springs in them. Right?
It was really loose. It's chairs with no arms or anything. It's just straight just a chair.
Like a straight plastic chair, a normal plastic chair that you would sit in a high school. It's that.
They were trying to be the new improved fucking chair.
It's it improves productivity because you're able to move.
Yeah,
that's what it was basically.
Yeah. Every time I got that chair, I would just
yeah, bro. I would literally just be bouncing up and down, going crazy. So that's what I was doing, just going absolutely crazy, and I just went a little too far, and it didn't spring back, and it just got to the end, and it was just and then it just completely snapped. Springs came off the chair. So that's how I broke the chair.
This was before I even really talked to you.
Yeah, I think this was my freshman.
No,
I think it was freshman year. Yeah, I think you're right.
It was freshman year because we had
geometry.
Yeah, geometry.
That's right.
And every single motherfucker in that class I did not talk to.
Yeah.
At all. So I would just be I was that weird kid just sitting in the corner just I'm doing my math, bro. Leave me alone.
That's how me sometimes, honestly.
And I wasn't mad about it either. I wasn't tripping. I wasn't damn, I wish I could talk to people.
Some of the people in there though, it was just
yeah, I did not
yeah, exactly.
A lot of the popular people in there, I was
L's.
Yeah. Not exactly my type. My go-to people that I would talk to.
Exactly. But then how I broke the desk is I was fucking around. I don't even know how this really happened. It doesn't really make sense. Because I was just pretending to trip, basically. And I was just whoa, and I was falling. And then I just accidentally did it a little too hard and then really fell. Actually tripped. And I fell into the desk. And right as I fell onto it, I hit it at the exact perfect angle to completely snap the leg off to where you could grab it and swing it around.
That's funny
it was so funny. And what my idea, I was you know what, he's not gonna notice, right? So what I did is I moved the desk to the back of the class and I moved an undamaged desk to the front.
Oh yeah.
This motherfucker, when he came into the classroom, right, he followed the sawdust trail from the the regular desk that I replaced to the injured one. And he's like, so, I wonder what happened here. And then he just leans on it and it just falls over because it's broken. And he's like, so anyone want to explain what happened here? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not quite sure, honestly. Like
it just broke. I don't know.
It ended up with me having to take the desk down to the office, and I was just like, yeah, I don't know who broke it, honestly. Like
He just made me bring it down.
Yeah, he just made me bring it down here. That's what I said. But he couldn't do any. Bro, I got in trouble so much in that class. I literally, one time, the teachers were like, there was 4 teachers all arguing with me at the same time, like literally gangbanging me with like. And I was literally arguing with all of them, and I was winning. That's why they were getting so pissed. Because I was, like... The reason why they came in there is because I was in the... Like, the hallway, and I said, fuck, okay? And they gave me a warning. They were like, don't say that again. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then I was like... I said, fine. And then they thought I said, fuck again. And I was like, bro, are you joking? And they sent me back into the classroom, because I was out in the hallway. And they were like... You're not supposed to be cussing. I was like, I literally was not cussing. I was just minding my own business, and I was telling a story. And you shouldn't. And I was like, maybe you shouldn't be eavesdropping from your classroom instead of teaching your class. Then
you said that.
That's what I said.
Jesus.
And then because it's true. Why is he listening to my conversation?
Was that math class?
No, this was history class. No, this was a different teacher came from across the hallway to talk to me, and then sent me inside the classroom, and then came into the classroom to talk to me. Okay?
Teachers would just be doing too much.
So he came into the classroom, and I was like...
That's not your job.
And I was like, why are you eavesdropping on my conversation anyway? Because why is he? He should be teaching his class.
Yeah,
like,
if you're not even a student of his...
Yeah, why?
That's just doing too much.
So, and then, like, literally the entire history department was in there at this point. Like, 4 teachers, and they're like...
Oh, yeah, those guys?
They're like, you're being disrespectful. I was like, how am I being disrespectful? I was telling a story, and I cussed the first time, and the second time I didn't say anything, and you sent me back inside. How am I being disrespectful because I was listening, and then you just sent me back in? And then they were like, well, it's because you're not doing your work. And I'm like, all my work is done. I have an A in the class. I was like, what do you want me to do?
That's funny.
And then they literally just got, like, so flabbergasted because it was true. Like, I was just, like, doing, like, literally nothing.
Yeah.
Because I would wait until one day and just do all my work at once.
I noticed you did that.
Yeah, that's all I did.
Shit, and you just grinded it out.
But, yeah, but it worked for me because literally,
had A's all the
like, I
time.
always had A's, and the teachers hated me for that.
I know.
They did not like that.
I always saw that you would literally not do shit.
I was
like,
gaming the system, bro.
I was like, is he just super fucking smart?
There was,
I mean, you are, but, like, goddamn.
In math class, like, I literally had, like, a 98% in the class, and I had 18 missing assignments, and the teacher was so pissed off. Like, she was so mad.
How do you have an 18 missing?
Because, bro, I figured out... Okay, so how, like, our test system worked in our high school was we transitioned to, like, a learning check system, right? You know, where you would take 3 tests on the same, like, subject, and then at the end you would have, like, your cumulative grade of all of them, or it would take, like, your best one or something like that. But the thing is, when they would take your best score, they would put the old grades in as homework grades.
So you wouldn't get graded on
So no. So you do get graded as homeworks, right?
Oh,
so if you're doing good on every single test, it basically just replaces the missing homework assignments. So instead of doing 18 homework assignments, I was like, you know what? Since these are going in as grades, I'll just not do the assignments and then just let them replace the homework assignments.
God damn.
So I basically just gamed
I know you did that.
Yeah, I just gamed the fuck out of the system. Like, literally, like...
Senior year, you didn't do
Oh, yeah,
shit.
no. In senior year, I was doing, like... math equations. I was like, all right, what's the least amount of work I can do to get an A in this class? And then I would be like, all right, I don't have to turn in this assignment. Like, I don't have to do this assignment. And the teachers be like, you know, you have an A, but you're not turning in these assignments. I'm like, yeah, do I need to? And they're like, I guess not. And I'm like, yeah, exactly.
I did not turn shit in that fucking class.
Yeah, bro. Shit, it got to the point.
Class, it was so bad because of COVID.
It was bad.
Because in the beginning, we did like virtual learning, and for like one day, and then the other day, you know, it was like one day you're in school, one day you're in virtual, and every time it was virtual, it was in the morning. It was in the morning. I slept the whole time. I never was awake. And then I just looked at the classroom afterwards.
Calculus was rough.
Saw the fucking assignment and then tried to figure it out.
That's the only math class I've ever gotten like not an A in, and I got a C, but it was actually a B in that class.
I dropped out.
I dropped out of it too, like at semester.
Couldn't do it, bro.
Yeah, I couldn't do it either.
No, I didn't do the semester. I did it in the middle. I was just like,
oh
fuck
yeah,
this.
I'm pretty sure I did too. Actually,
I was just like,
I can't fucking do this anymore.
I mean, I could have done it. I just didn't give a fuck.
It was okay. Here was the problem though for me too. It was at the same time as another class. So when I was actually in school, I wouldn't even be able to go to math class because I'd have to go to band class.
So you were never in.
So I was never in class.
That. You sat by me like twice.
Yeah,
the
twice.
whole year.
Literally, I came there for a test twice, and that's it.
Yeah, you just came to the back, and I was
because
like, "Hey, what's up, D-Man?"
I would be like online, and yeah, I'd fucking sleep through every single call, and then I'd be like the last one in the call, and he'd be like, "Sorry, you're gonna leave," and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, sorry."
No, one time I like...
He just doesn't say anything.
Yeah, he just doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
I was in there until the next class.
Yeah.
And then I woke up and left. It was so fucking
Yeah,
funny.
he just didn't give a fuck, basically.
He's like, bro...
He was a bad teacher.
He
was
I
a bad
didn't want to
teacher.
admit it, because I liked him. I was like, he's cool as fuck.
But he's a bad teacher.
He was a shitty teacher.
Facts. You know those teachers, you get the teacher and you're like, this is a great person, but they just fucking suck at teaching. Like Mr. Walls. Like
Mr. Walls.
Mr. Walls is a G. I just want to say it. Shout out to everybody who had Mr. Walls. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The bleach sniffer getting high in the back of the classroom.
Oh my God.
He's taken shrooms before.
He did?
Yeah, bro. One of my buddies.
Of course. That he seems like the exact
Yeah,
type
he
of person
literally
that
did shrooms. Like, when the drug dogs came to the school, he literally had to leave because he had weed in his car.
What?
Hypothetically.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck.
Yeah, he just was like, oh, okay, and then just did.
You know, one class that I had, like, one teacher that I never learned a single thing in, Monty.
I didn't have Monty.
I loved... Oh, you didn't have Monty?
No.
Fuck. You never had her once?
No.
Fuck, you missed out, bro. She
Really?
was literally the shit. Best teacher I ever had.
Everyone that had her said she was a great teacher.
Yeah, because she was. There was like, there's nothing to not like about her. She's like one of those people that like, yeah, they're like a person, so they're not like perfect, but like
they just
they're
can't
pretty.
be bad.
They're pretty close to.
They're
perfect.
pretty much perfect.
And even when they're not perfect, it's not bad. Horrible. It's not like they're
killing somebody.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, I accidentally stepped on a bug. Some shit like that.
You know what we did after we recorded the podcast with Niels?
We had a good time with him.
Yeah, we went in
cruise.
It was kind of weird. We couldn't drive Deontay's car because his power steering is going out.
It's so fucked. It's like it'll literally work for like. It depends. It's just like it'll work for like 10 minutes, 30 minutes sometimes, and then just dip.
It's just your motor. But we went. I needed to go grocery shopping really bad, and Niels was like, "I'll go with you," because
he just wanted to hang out.
Yeah,
he just wanted to make
cool
some experiences.
And I was like, let's smoke before, because that's like fun as fuck to do.
Hypothetically
do that.
Yeah.
And so then it was me, my roommate Deontay, and Niels. And we were all fucking shoved into my Honda.
Yeah.
My little 2-door coupe Honda Civic DX. And
sir.
It was a very tight squeeze, but we basically
got it.
We drove out to
this little
spot we have.
Yeah.
And rolled up a few.
Yeah.
And I think he took
a couple puffs.
He took a couple puffs. Yeah. He's more of a drinker, which is
because
it's a German.
You can
thing.
drink when you're 16 over in Europe, and we talked about that. But it's just
if at that point, I would probably be a drinker over a smoker at that point.
True, especially if it's.
I'm really glad I'm a smoker over a drinker.
Same.
Because I see so many alcoholics,
and it's just not a vibe.
It's just
like
not
sad.
something. It's just like.
Wow, you get drunk every night by yourself.
They probably think the same thing about us. They're like, oh, you can't go a day without smoking weed. Like,
it's like, I can, bro. I just choose not to.
It doesn't affect me. Like, I'm still productive. You're not productive when you're drunk. Is the thing.
You can't do anything.
You can't function when you're drunk.
Yeah,
you gotta when you're drunk, you're just drunk. You can't do anything because you're fucking. But like when I'm high, when I get high, at home, I just start fucking cleaning, bro.
Fact.
I just you've
Bro,
seen me.
No, like literally,
I'll
I'll take a dab or something, and then literally I just get hyper focused on doing a task. So like that's my favorite thing to do. Is like if I know I need to clean my room, I'm like dab, clean my room.
Yeah,
done.
It's
you just fucking not, bro.
I
I think it's the ADHD, bro.
I think
because
so.
you just hyper fixate and you just not because you won't do it for like a week.
But when I get high,
and then you just hyper fixate.
When I get high, I think I can like I start going in like auto mode where I do it and I'm not thinking about it though.
True.
So I don't mind doing it.
That's fact.
So I just go into like
because I'm like, oh, I'm just kind of vibing right now.
Yeah, I'm just cleaning or doing the dishes or something and I'm not thinking about it at all because I'm fucking big as fuck.
Doing like my favorite thing when me and my girlfriend move into like our house or our apartment or wherever we move into or whatever. Like, being able to smoke, like, a J while I'm doing the dishes, that's literally going to be the best thing ever, like...
Yeah. You just gotta be... Yeah. I mean, I couldn't do that here at this apartment.
Nah, you could.
I mean, I could, but it would smell like a motherfucker.
Water
Kitchen's...
under the bridge. You just light a candle. You just gotta get one of those smell candles that, like, completely gets rid of the smell. The stuff works. It's crazy. Like, it actually just gets rid of it.
Yeah. I've seen that. We tried that at Stevie's house.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Nah, I actually probably wouldn't do that.
It's a dream.
I'd probably take a dab.
We'll do that eventually.
I'll be doing that eventually in my own house.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the dream. That's where I want to be.
I want to have multiple houses across multiple locations.
Facts.
So I'm like, I'm getting fucking bored of this place. Let's move for a year.
I don't know if I'd be able to have a house. I want to have like a bus that I could travel in. Basically just a tour bus. I just want to travel the world.
I tried getting Doc to get a fucking bus. I found a free bus.
Free?
It was free on Facebook. But it didn't run. And we had to pick it up. And he's like, how the fuck are we going to pull a bus? And I was like, I'll rent a trailer. He's like, all right, so where are we going to put it? And I was like, your place. Yeah. He's like, I don't have the room.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. He just doesn't want to make the room.
Yeah.
You can put it in. You can put it in with the cows.
Basically, Doc has a massive fucking farm, so you can fit that shit anywhere, basically.
I want to make TikToks out there, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of cool stuff that we can do.
Let's do it.
We should go out there sometime this week.
All right, let's do it.
Like, he'd probably let us. I'll talk to him about it. And just, like, he can show you all of his cool stuff, and we can make, like, some TikToks with that. Because I know there's some really sick stuff. We could have the
Ghostbuster car out there. We could just have his car collection, bro.
His car collection is nuts. So if you guys like old cars, like old fucking, like, 1948, I think one of them is.
Yeah.
And, like, they have, like, a wagon from, like, before even cars were a thing.
Before time existed.
Before the beginning. The beginning of the end.
But yeah, so we can show that off. One thing I really want to talk about. Recently, I have, like, I don't know, I listened to a podcast because I took a drive yesterday to my my girlfriend's great-grandma's farm. And in the podcast I was listening to, they were talking about expanding consciousness. And if you...
That is what... I think that's...
Yeah, if you uploaded your consciousness into... Okay, right? Okay. If you uploaded your consciousness into a computer... And, like, into a body, right? That's not your body, but it's just, like, another body that you have there, okay?
You put your consciousness...
A copy of your consciousness into this body so that you can have it as a backup for when you die, right? But, at that point, is that consciousness the same as you, or is it different?
I think it's immediately different.
Right?
Because you immediately are
have
experiencing new
viewpoint.
things.
Yeah.
You're immediately... Like, because if you're in another body, you're immediately different. Because if you wake up 10 feet away and that body wakes up 10 feet away...
Yep. You're 10 feet away. Your
10
experience
feet away. You're already experiencing something different.
Yep.
So I feel like it would be a version of you that's experiencing another life.
That's interesting that you say that. Because here's my thing, right? the point that we're probably going to get to, because I don't know if you know what, like, Neuralink is, right? Like, do you know what that is? Elon Musk?
Oh, yeah. The thing that...
It basically goes on your brain, and they sew in electrodes into your brain, okay? And you have, like, a little magnet at the back of your ear, and then you can, like, disconnect it to, like, switch on and off. But basically, it's supposed to be, like, AI assistance of yourself. Like,
I feel like that would be really sick.
And it's supposed to be, like, the medical applications are supposed to be, like, you can make a paraplegic feel their arms and legs again with, like, this AI-enhanced neural interface, basically.
I have heard of that before.
And I guess the ultimate goal that would ultimately we'd be going to is everyone would have one of these, right? So that when we die, we basically just have another body, and then we would, like... But, like, right before we died, our neural interface, like our Neuralink or whatever it is, like, not necessarily that, but, you know, like, something like that that's doing the same thing, would download all your consciousness, and then you put it into a new body. Is that still you at that point? Because it's like, if you do that, your old body is dead. So, like, you're just moving into a new body.
That is true. I don't know. I don't think consciousness is a part of the brain. I don't think it's definitely not a part of the brain.
Really?
I think consciousness is like, what I've, from stuff I've, like, watched and listened to, my theory is, like, it's like another dimension almost. It's like it's another, like, 2D, 3D, 4D, like 5D, like, there's, like, all these different things, like, these different
and consciousness
senses,
is one of those
senses, and, like, time is on there, because you, like, but time is so hard to even, like, think about. It's like, you can't have time without consciousness.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
That's not true. Never, I think I said that completely wrong. Yeah, I did. That makes no sense. Sorry, I'm a little baked.
That's okay.
Yeah, completely ignore that. That made...
Because... I was going to say, because you can definitely have time without consciousness.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like, elaborate so I can try to understand.
But all I'm trying to say is, like, consciousness is, like, I think it's, like, another one of those things. Because, I don't know. It's just, because consciousness in itself is, like, I think the biggest mystery. I think it's more of a mystery than even the creation of, like, everything.
Here's what I think, right? If in that situation, if you took your exact mind and consciousness and you moved it from one body to another, meaning that other body is no longer like it's not alive anymore, and you move into a new body, I think in that situation you are the same person. Because I don't think that your body is necessary to your consciousness.
No. I think it's definitely. I think you could definitely carry it over.
But
at that point,
in the situation where it's two copies of the same, let's just say hypothetically, it's the same original. Like, you started with the same conscience, right? But it's two different people. It's two different people, because if you took two identical copies of a person, if you raised one person as, like, a rich goody two-shoes, and then one person as, like, I don't know, like a fucking terrorist. Like,
however they're raised,
obviously not the same conscious at that point, like, even though they're the same person, because their viewpoints are so drastically different.
I think the way you're raised and the way, like, your mindset on everything is like that. Like, that's your mindset is how you were raised. So, like, however you're raised is how you're gonna be, unless you like
change it
yourself. Yeah,
I think, like,
unless you make a drastic change in your trajectory of what you're going in life.
The most important facet of consciousness is, like, I would say the best definition of consciousness, in my opinion, is it's the ability of your sense of self to process stimuli around you from your viewpoint. And be able to think about it. Because if you're not able to think about what you're seeing and
consciousness is just being aware
of all those things.
Being aware at all.
Yeah.
Like, Because
an ant doesn't know that it's an ant, and like it doesn't know that it's small compared relatively
he just
to
thinks
the
it's living in a
world.
really massive world. If it even does think at all, because
that's true. We don't
they
even
have
know.
to think though, because they
Is it thinking though, or is it an
natural
instinct?
Yeah, I think it might just be
because
natural
here's
instinct.
the thing, right?
You can't train.
You
an
don't
ant.
even know, but you can train a dog.
But what's to say they don't have consciousness though?
I
feel like they have
think that dogs have consciousness.
I think so too.
Because
definitely.
here's my
it's not all natural instinct.
It's not all not. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess like my thing is, I think that they're. I don't know if they're conscious though, because they don't know that they're a dog. Like, they have individuality, but a dog, I don't think, realizes that it's a dog.
I think they would know that they're a dog if we could communicate with them.
But does that mean they're conscious then? I don't think they're conscious then, though, if we can't.
You need to be able to communicate with others to be conscious.
I think to be conscious, you have to be able to question the things around you and question you. I think the whole question of consciousness is because no other animal can question its existence, basically. Like, if you think about that, like a monkey can't ask itself why it's a monkey and why it's on this earth and what its purpose is. We're the only animals basically that can do that. I'm pretty sure.
Well, what if they are doing that though? We
don't know. We don't know because we can't get into their minds.
I think we should have a whole episode on consciousness.
Honestly,
that's just like a massive topic.
That's a shrooms episode.
I do want to do some I want to hypothetically do some drugs on the podcast.
Okay, I gotta tell this story because I'm fucking pissed off. Okay, sorry to bring in a negative note, but we were supposed to hypothetically, okay, get some fungi. Okay, get some fungi. So, we're, all prepared. It's, me, River, and our other friend,
Tabby.
Because, no.
And, Stevie, my girlfriend. We were all in her car, squeezed in there.
All in the fucking cruise.
Got the cash. Showed up at the spot.
And he takes 20 minutes to get there, okay?
Even though we told him, be there in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And we got there in 20 minutes, and then another 20 minutes later.
Yeah. And he's like, okay, I'm here. And we're like, where are you at? And he just didn't say anything. So we're like, what the fuck? And then, 10 minutes go by.
After he says he's here.
And we're like, where is he if he's here? Because, why is he waiting to come up to us if he's here? He pulls, we see him flying across the parking lot. Flying, literally 10 minutes later. And we're like, what the fuck? So this entire time he hasn't been here.
He just said he's here because he's running late.
Because he must have thought that we weren't there or something, even though we told him this guy was just stupid,
he's
clearly.
Just really dumb.
He's clearly
stupid. He's a white guy.
White drug dealer, okay.
White drug dealer.
I'm sorry, white drug dealers, but most of y'all are lacking. Except there's only one that I know that's good. Hypothetically.
Should we,
No. We're not going to expose
him.
We're not going to dox him. But this guy, okay, so we're getting the fungi, right? So Tab gets out of the car, and the guy was like, give us the money first. And first off, never, ever, ever give them the money before you have the stuff. Because that is just how you get robbed. Especially if they're in a car and you're not in the car, because they'll just speed off. You don't know.
Yeah, but he didn't know that.
But he didn't know that.
He's a goody two shoes.
He's a goody two shoes.
It was
his first time. It's okay.
Yeah.
So, we're there, and we're like, okay. And then the guy was like, yeah, smell this stuff. And we're like, what the fuck? Because no one has ever said that to me, first off. And this shit is in a ripped-ass Walmart grocery bag. He literally just ripped it off and tied it, basically.
He just handed me this, raggedy-ass Walmart bag. And I was like, it's supposed to smell like cow shit. And he's like, nah, it doesn't. I'm like, then that's not real shrooms. And then I opened it, and it was just it was like some hash.
It was some shitty bud,
it wasn't even it was just stimmy, low-quality shit.
Yeah.
And we were like, I was like, yo, this is bud. What the fuck? You think I'm retarded? And he was like, you didn't want bud? And I was like, we texted
He told
you.
us.
He said shrooms.
He told us the price for 2 ounces, and we were like, nah, we don't want that because that's too much. We didn't want that at the time, and hypothetically, all of course. And then he was like, nah, bro, it's like $100 for like a quarter. Which, if you know your prices, that's way too fucking much. Like, no one is paying that. No one is fucking paying that.
He's like, you want shrooms? He's like, you want to get an ounce for $150? And I was like, I mean, it's a little cheap, but it's a good deal, so yeah. And he's like, no, I can give you 2 quarters, he said, not a half.
Yeah.
2 quarters
for $100 each.
And I was like, nah, what the hell? And then I was like, give us our money back. And so we gave it back, and then we just
dipped. We were like, fuck this.
Yeah, he was just some pussy, but
we're not gonna dox him.
Yeah, we did hit. It's getting a little. This episode probably get a little long. So
honestly, that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
We're gonna have a little longer episode.
Yeah.
You know, guys, let's just take a moment to appreciate everybody who's listened. Honestly, thank you, everybody who's been showing your support. We really appreciate it. Like we said, we are trying to get away from the grind daily, and we are trying to entertain all of y'all. Like, the best way you can support is, of course, just by listening, and go tell a friend. Literally, if you tell one friend, that's one more listener, hypothetically.
Yeah, I mean,
that's one more listener. Like,
it's just one more person.
Yeah,
that has
one more person that has
brain
the chance to listen to it. And that's how you grow, like, that just by word of mouth and, I mean, getting popular online. But we're not hitting that stride yet. We're trying to get there.
Yep.
We're trying to blow up, guys.
But, yeah.
But we just want to say, like, how much we appreciate y'all. So, thank you.
I hope you guys enjoyed the first part of this episode.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys enjoy Niels.
Yeah.
He's a pretty cool guy, so you should really listen to what he says. He's a German foreign exchange student. It's pretty cool. You don't get to talk to those every day, so
yeah,
listen up.
So I think we're gonna
go into the next segment,
and stay tuned for that. It's just gonna be a little cut. It's literally just gonna be like half a second for you guys. So
enjoy.
Okay, so welcome to the guest part of the DRK KAST podcast. We are going to have my friend Niels from Germany on. Say hi, Niels.
Hi, guys.
And he's going to be telling us a little bit about what it's like living in Germany and, you know, his experiences coming from Germany to the U.S. And, so we're just going to get this part of the podcast rolling, you know. It's our first time having a guest, so. Niels,
what's your last name, if you don't mind me asking? Or
I don't want to have it on.
No, you don't have to say it. You don't have to say it. It's okay.
Do you have like a German last name?
Oh, it's not a common one.
Okay.
It's kind of.
Oh, it's like if you say it, they're definitely gonna know it's you.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
okay. We don't want to expose you.
Yeah, but Niels is kind of common in
Niels
Germany,
is common?
so yeah.
I like Niels. Is it Neils?
Yeah, and it's
okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I like that name.
So, what part of Germany were you born in then?
So, I was born in the northwest of Germany.
Okay.
Actually, I was born in Münster.
Münster, okay.
Yeah.
So, well, like, is that like a big city or a small city?
I think it's like, more of a small city as like 350,000.
350. So, I mean, it's bigger than here.
It's bigger than.
Yeah, it is.
We'll bleep that out. That's fine. The city that we live in. So, have you lived there your entire life then?
No, I'm just born there.
Okay.
And, we moved into a small town after that.
What small town, if you don't mind me asking? Or do you still live there?
Oh, I still live
there.
there.
Okay, you don't have to say that. You don't have to say it then.
We don't want too much personal information.
Exactly. Do you have any siblings or anything?
Yeah, I actually do have a sister.
Okay.
And, she turned 17.
17? So she's not that much younger than you?
Yeah, 2 years.
Okay. So are you guys pretty close then?
Not that close.
Not that close.
So
I get it.
We're cool, though.
Yeah.
I have a question. So, what made you come to America? Because what grade did you come here?
Oh, I was actually, after my first high school degree, I came here. It was, yeah, I did 10 years of school, and this would be my 11th year. This is why I was junior here.
So you came here in junior year then?
Yeah,
Were you with the juniors?
Yeah, I was with the juniors,
okay.
so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so to clarify, guys, how we know Niels, or I guess how I know Niels, is he was the German foreign exchange student that came to our high school while we were juniors. So that was your senior year of high school then? Was coming here to America, or that was your junior year?
No, it was my junior year.
That was still your junior year? So then...
Was it just a program that you got into?
Yeah,
that they let you...
it's actually a program. I mean...
Can you explain it to us? Like, how does it work?
I mean... Yeah, I try.
Okay.
Do your best, yeah.
Do your best. Don't feel any pressure. This is
right.
low pressure podcast. Don't you worry about that.
I'm sure. Yeah, actually...
Coming back in from a quick cut there, just had a little
disturbance
and thought gathering. So we were talking about the foreign exchange program, but Niels he's gonna think about that while we talk about some other things, because you gotta understand, this is his first time like being on the podcast in front of people.
Actually got it.
Oh, you got it? He's ready, guys.
Oh,
he's got
okay.
He's got the words. Okay, so go ahead and just...
It's actually an organization that brings you over to the U.S. Like, you have to pay for all that stuff, of course, but yeah, after I did my first high school degree kind of thing, yeah, I was searching on the internet for those programs and applied for one of those. You have to apply for those.
Okay.
Yeah, you actually have to apply for a visa too. Yeah, because you're here for a whole year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to get...
How long did that process take to do? Like, how long did it take from you starting, like, the process to become a foreign exchange student to actually being accepted?
I think it was, like, almost a year.
Almost a year.
Wow.
So did you apply for your sophomore year then, basically? Or your freshman year?
I mean... Like, we don't actually have those freshman and sophomore years.
Oh, okay.
I think I started, like, in the beginning of my 10th grade.
Okay.
And, yeah, when I graduated, then in the summer break, I came over here, so...
Okay.
Did you learn English in Germany? Or did you learn it as a second language? I'm guessing it's your second language?
Yeah, English is my second language. I did learn it in Germany. Like, we all are required to learn it, actually.
Really? Oh, so if I went to Germany, most people could speak to me in English?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I mean, some can do it better, some less, but yeah.
Okay, that
They'll
makes
probably
sense.
understand you, though.
Okay, so, guys, if you want to plan a trip, go to Germany, because, I mean...
What made you want to come to America?
Yeah, because I mean, it's kind of shit here.
I'm not... Yeah. We can get into that, but it's not the best country in the world, I would say, anymore.
Ewan?
No. It's falling apart pretty bad right now.
But you know what?
That's okay.
It's America.
Yeah, basically.
So, yeah, what made you want to come to America?
I don't know. Like, America has its charm, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And it's literally like, if you're from Europe, like, America is kind of like a really cool place to go.
Okay.
Like, everyone really, or most people would think that too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably like us going to Europe. Like, if somebody went over to Europe, that's pretty fucking cool to go to Europe.
Probably because it's that far away.
I mean,
right?
I've never even...
I feel like when you're always, like, on the outside looking in at a country or something, because you're not there for, like, ever, or, like, you're not living there, it's a lot different, you know?
Yeah,
if that makes sense, yeah. So...
What was... Or do you have a question?
No, you go ahead,
What was, like, the biggest, like, surprise when you came here, where you're like, oh, wow, I did not know that was a thing? Or just...
I would say the first surprise, that it was, the first surprise that comes to my mind, is actually that everything here is that huge. I mean,
yeah.
I was actually, I kind of knew it, but it was still unexpected, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when I went into the grocery stores and all that stuff, like, and, like, those big jars of pickles, or,
yeah, they don't have stuff like
like
that over
or,
here.
like, 10 pounds of meat.
Mm-hmm.
It's...
They don't have anything
they don't
like that
have,
over
like,
there?
I mean, we have the same stuff, but not as huge, you
It's
know?
like not
Yeah.
super size. It's not
Super
a
size.
American size.
American is just big.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, what would you say are the biggest cultural differences between Germany and America? Like, that you could easily, like, identify? Is there anything really that's major?
I would say...
I mean, obviously you can drink when you're 16.
Yeah.
Right?
You can drink when you're 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you can drink beer and wine when you're 16. The hard stuff you can drink with 18.
What?
So,
Yeah.
well,
Oh my god.
alright.
Do you guys have like a... I don't know if this is disrespectful to ask, but we have a pretty bad alcoholism here in America. Is it bad in Germany?
Yeah, I would say so.
Do you think it's because of the 16 age?
No,
or?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, when you think about other stuff that's like forbidden,
Yeah.
I mean, people are still gonna do it anyway.
That's true.
So,
I mean,
I smoked weed at 16.
yeah, I mean, it's not...
So it's the same thing.
That's like illegal across the board, basically,
Yeah.
in some places, so like... And we still do it. It's not like it's... yeah.
So, I mean,
I guess it really doesn't make a difference then. I mean, I guess...
would you say because you can drink, though, at a younger age, it's a lot bigger part of your culture? Like, it's a lot more common for, like, I don't know, like a 17-year-old to have, like, a beer with their dinner, or it's common for an 18-year-old to have, like, a glass of wine with, like, their meal. Would you say that's more common there, or... I guess, would you say you see that more over in Germany, or do you see, like, the same amount compared to here, like, with people, like... Because I know, obviously, people usually enjoy, like, a glass of wine or a beer or something. But
yeah.
Is it, like, a bigger part of the culture, I guess, is what I'm trying to ask, because of that aspect?
I would actually say so, yeah.
Yeah.
So, basically, or actually personally, I don't really have that much, like, wine.
Uh-huh.
But
You're a
Wine-
beer guy.
I'm a beer
You
kind
like
of guy.
You like beer, okay,
Yeah,
that's fair.
but-
I don't like beer. I don't really like wine. I'm just not an alcohol person, but I can understand people liking beer.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't tried German beer yet. So
That
man,
is true.
that-
I haven't
German
had
beer?
German beer.
That sounds nice.
really, you gotta go to Munich, because there you got the really good stuff.
Okay, so
I've always wanted to go to
I don't know if
Germany.
you can answer this question, but let's just say hypothetically, okay?
Alright.
If you have hypothetically tried the beer in the US, how bad is it compared to German beer?
Hypothetically,
Yeah, hypothetically.
I would say it's not that bad, actually.
Not that bad,
No.
but German beer is just better.
Yeah, it depends. Like, we
Depends.
also have nasty beer, but also pretty good ones.
Like Heineken, is that a good beer?
That's actually not a German beer. So.
What? I thought that was German.
No.
That's not...
I've been lied to. I didn't know. I had one of my friends. He literally would just scream that at me like every single day, and I was like, "What is that?"
What
He's
would
like,
he
"It's a
scream?
German beer, Heineken."
Heineken?
And so now I've been lied to.
I don't think that's... I thought that... What?
Yeah, I know. So
I
he's
don't
just
know.
lying to me. Hang
Let me
on,
see.
Niels is gonna fact check it, guys. We're gonna
I'm
the
gonna
facts.
fact check here.
I know, while you're doing that, one other thing I know that's, like, definitely a bigger part of the culture in Europe is tobacco. Like, what is it called?
Tobacco?
Yeah, like,
Cigarettes?
like dip, like snuff, or snoof, is that what it's called? Snuff?
Snoof?
Yeah, snoof. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I did not.
Really?
I don't think.
Okay,
Maybe, that's not a
maybe
thing.
that's not a thing in Germany.
Or maybe I just don't know the English word of it and just know the German word of it. I can also fact check that.
I can't think of what it's called.
Snoof or?
Yeah, here, look, I'll show you. But
how is it to have two different languages in your head? Like,
do you think in German
or
do you think in English?
Actually, I think in German, but on my year, like after like 2 months, I thought in English actually.
So do you still think in English then?
No, I don't. I mean,
you think in German now?
Yeah, I think I have to be here like for maybe a couple weeks until.
That's cool though.
Oh yeah, it's for like, you can get it in a hookah bar or.
So what's that called over there? Is it called?
Shisha.
Shisha.
What? Shisha. Okay.
Yeah, that's actually like the thing you smoke it with. I don't know.
I'm talking about it's like the Copenhagen dip basically.
That you put in your cheek and.
But it's the same stuff. I didn't know you actually smoked it out of a hookah.
Yeah.
Here, the people they put it like in their lip. Like here, did they do that over there too or no?
Or is it?
It has like little glass.
Maybe it's something different.
It has like
I don't know.
Well, I think there's like you can get the regular tobacco that's just like bare and put it in there, or you can or there's like ones with bags and stuff, or there's I don't know.
It looked like something we put in a hookah. But
I mean, it probably is, honestly.
I've never smoked out of a hookah. Have you?
No, I've never smoked out of a hookah. Have you?
Yeah, like 2 to 3 times.
So what does
That's
that feel
like?
like?
Still cool.
Is it like a massive buzz?
Actually felt like not much.
Really?
It was just fun, like
just throwing out the smoke.
Trying to do rings and all that stuff.
Okay.
You know, we were drinking too.
Oh yeah,
right
so
there,
you get that nice mix.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like, I know. Fuck, I forgot my question. You got a question?
Yeah. So one big thing that I think it's, what is the like coming from Germany to America? I know America is way more like centralized on like car travel, transportation. Like everything's by car. Is in Germany like more like you can walk or take public transportation?
That's the question I forgot.
That's
actually
Bro, what the hell?
That's actually a really good question because that's actually a really big difference to the US.
Okay.
I didn't think of it at first, but now when you say it, it actually is different because here you usually just take the car.
Yep.
And there you have so many more public transportations.
Just like buses and trains.
Buses and trains and
bikes, I guess.
Also, a lot of people, they ride their bikes.
Well, because can't you basically, like, you can take a train from Germany to basically any country in Europe, right? Or not
just one train.
Yeah,
but
not just one train.
You can actually travel through Europe with trains. So,
yeah,
that's the thing. You can do that.
So it's just like you're not. It's basically
there's not those massive highways with like.
No, there is.
I know they have highways.
The Autobahn.
Like the Autobahn, but
that's just like one highway. I'm talking about like in like Texas and stuff where they have
the
sky
Autobahn.
stuff.
How many lanes is the Autobahn, Niels?
It depends. Like there's no restriction how many it has.
No, like how many lanes are there? Like how many cars can be side by side?
Yeah.
Is it like
it really
10?
depends.
Oh, really?
No. Yeah, it's.
I guess probably where
2,
you are on the
3,
road.
I guess.
And I think the bigger ones have like maybe 4, but that's it.
And you can just go whatever speed you want.
It also kind of depends. There's a lot of road construction, you know.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then you can't go that fast, but there's like a really nice sign that's white with some gray stripes, and if you see that, then you can go unlimited.
Go as fast as you want.
So have you ever seen somebody just absolutely flying down the Autobahn? Like
yeah,
really?
I did.
Oh my gosh!
In a Porsche, probably in a Porsche, in a Ferrari, all that stuff.
So cool.
Yeah.
So do you like? How do you mainly get around when you're like back in Germany? Do you take buses everywhere? You bike?
Like in my hometown, I usually just use my bike because I mean it's cheap. For like
And I guess everything's accessible by bike. It's not like if you try to bike somewhere here, it's gonna be.
It's usually spread out.
Yeah, everything's real. I feel like is everything more compact there.
Yeah, it is. It is actually,
Mhm.
but yeah, if something is too far, you can also take a train or something.
Okay.
I mean, I've got a car. It's not like that, but gas price is pretty bad.
yeah.
So, you know, it's like over €2 for a liter. So, well,
How much is a
Yeah.
liter compared to a gallon? Do you know?
I think it's
think they're pretty
almost.
close.
It's no. It's
No, I don't
actually
think so.
a gallon is almost 4 times that much.
So that's basically like $8 a gallon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About that.
That makes
But
sense,
The
actually.
thing,
I'm
I
gonna
think
look that up.
it's actually like 3.78 or something. I'm not sure.
So it's
I'm
worse
not, don't
now.
name me on
Yeah.
that one, but
So the next place that you're going
Yeah, it is
After-
basically.
yeah.
after
No,
here,
no, a liter's
it's like 4.
4 gallons. About.
Wait, really?
No, the other way around.
No, it's the other way around.
Oh, I'm stupid.
That's okay.
I'm really
That's
stupid.
okay. That's okay. God, I just forgot my question again. Guys, I'm dying this podcast. I don't know what's happening to me.
What was it like going back to Germany? Did it feel like I mean, I probably felt like going home, right? It was just like
Well, your time here got cut short, right? Because
Yeah,
he had to
right.
leave because of COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I left in April. So I don't know. It was kind of weird because I kind of got cut off like from one second to the other.
That's
So,
true. Because you
yeah.
didn't even get to you didn't get to finish the year at all. Like literally.
Yeah, that really sucked.
Yeah.
That is really.
I was really hoping to go to prom and that stuff and
That's
graduate
right. Yeah.
and all that stuff, you know. But
That would have been so. Yeah, that sucks.
I actually got a suit for prom.
No.
And you didn't- oh, my
that's
dude.
the worst.
Yeah.
I remember because
I remember that prom that.
Yeah.
That got canceled because of COVID.
Yep. Because I remember I was like, we were gonna hang out like the next week, and then you texted me and you were like, I gotta go home, and I was like, what? And you're like, yeah, all the foreign exchange students have to go home, and I'm like, are you joking? Like now, first
That's so bad.
First, our junior year was ruined. Now my friends are leaving.
Now everyone's.
And
man.
everything got canceled. So it's just the worst. Like, actually the worst. So when you went back, how were COVID restrictions in Germany?
Oh, actually, because like I took a plane.
Uh-huh.
The first restriction I had was like to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Oh, by yourself?
Actually with my family.
Okay, so that's not-
I think it was with my family. I don't really remember
Mhm.
because it's already like
A
over
year-
That's
2
been
years.
like 2
ago.
years, yeah.
Bro, that
Yeah.
feels like it happened
Yeah, that does not feel that long ago.
bro.
It
Wow.
feels weird, honestly.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that was one restriction, and then
So right when you came back, you had to do 2 weeks of quarantine.
yeah, right.
Wow.
That's... At least you weren't separated from your family, though. That was one
Yeah,
good thing.
That really sucked.
Yeah, that would not have been a good time. So, like, I don't know, compared to here, I don't know, because I'm just interested to know genuinely, like, was Germany I don't know if you kept up with the news in the U.S. at all, but, like, was Germany, would you say, as hard hit by COVID, like, compared to the U.S.? Because, like, we were shut down for a hot minute. Like,
Yeah.
there was a lot of countries that opened up before us, like, because they actually, did something about it. But, anyways, would you say, like, did it take Germany longer to come out of, like, lifting the restrictions, or was it faster?
It was definitely longer because
Longer.
like I was in contact with some of you guys and
Mhm.
you were like you could do stuff here, but in Germany it was like I think it was like for almost half a year just like grocery stores and
That's all you
pharmacies.
could do?
Yeah, a lot of like the recreation stuff was
Uh-huh.
closed, so
You couldn't even, like, there wasn't any restaurants that were open or anything at all either?
I
Probably for,
think
like, takeout.
I think some restaurants were open. I don't know.
Okay.
Probably
But-
mainly for takeout.
Yeah.
Back here.
Yeah,
That's
I don't really remember everything.
God,
but
that was just so terrible.
that's a really,
It really
shitty
was.
situation to just get kicked back home.
And now?
nothing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
nothing to do.
You came back to visit for how long? 2
Oh,
weeks?
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here until August 3rd, so yeah, that's a bit more than 2 weeks.
And then you're going to, I don't know if you want to say, do you want to say?
Alright, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go to Phoenix after that, and then to LA and San Francisco.
That's gonna be so sick. Those are places like I've never even been, and I've lived here my whole life. Yeah.
You're living more than we are.
Yeah,
so let's just say that.
We're stuck in
in
the cow place.
Poop place.
Poop Dakota.
Poop Dakota. Oh. It doesn't matter.
There's
two to pick from.
We already said.
We're going to bleep that.
No, we're not.
All right. Okay. I guess we're not. You definitely have to send me some pictures from LA because, I want to go there so bad. Like, literally. I dream of going to that place constantly.
Do you like cars? You think...
I mean, I'm interested in cars, of course. I wouldn't say I'm a car guy because I don't know too much about it, but I got some dream cars, and that's another thing actually. I like American cars, so
you like American, like Ford.
So what's your favorite car then?
My favorite car would be the Mustang, but the classic one, 69 or 68.
I was gonna say 69 or 68. Yeah. So you got good taste.
So when I got the money for it, I might buy one of those.
Okay.
What? I don't know. This is a dumb question, but what the hell are German engineers doing with Audis? The way they engineered those cars are just. Is there a lot more Audis in Germany than here?
Yeah, I would say so.
Just more German.
And I bet Volkswagens too, right?
Volkswagen.
Yeah, right. So,
what kind of car do you have back home?
Actually, I got a car from my parents. It's a BMW 1 Series.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Hell yeah. You gotta send us a picture of that.
I will.
Yeah.
So.
Gosh, what other questions do I have for you, honestly? Growing up in Germany, how was that? Give us a little bit of insight into that.
All right. Yeah. So you usually start, I think, kindergarten with 4 or 3, 4 around that time.
That's early.
I think so. And elementary school starts usually when you're around 6.
Okay.
I think maybe I was 7, I don't know. But yeah, then you have elementary school for 4 years.
Okay.
And they actually determine kind of if you're what kind of school you will go to.
So a trade school or college?
No, we actually have different levels. The lowest level where you can actually, you can get a job, of course, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't go to college.
Okay.
And then the middle one, I actually did the middle one.
Okay.
Is until grade 10.
Okay.
Right? And if your grades are good, you can actually do 3 more years in order to get the high school degree to go to college.
Okay.
Or if you're already willing to do this high level,
you can just go to college right away.
No. If you want to do this high level school at first, right after. All right, let me re-explain it.
No, you're making sense so far. I kind of understand. So it's
so you can actually you can cut 1 year. I have 13 years, but you can cut 1 year if you're if you decide in elementary school you want to go the highest.
Okay,
high
yeah,
school.
that makes sense. That makes sense. Yep.
So yeah, then it's 12 years here in the US.
Okay.
But for me, I did this middle path, and then I'm gonna do 3 more years.
Okay.
And I'm gonna graduate next year.
So it's the three more years is high school or college?
That's still high school.
Still high school. So you have 3 more years of high school.
Yeah, but not anymore.
Wow.
So
not anymore.
Not anymore.
Okay.
I had 3 more when I had my year
Oh,
here.
I see,
So
I see.
now it's just 1 year
Just
left.
1 year. Okay.
And then I graduate. So
Are you planning on going to college?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Hey,
It's-
honestly,
Hey, honestly, I'm not going to college.
Yeah.
College is, I think,
it's overrated.
I think if you have like a specific career path, you're like, I want to be a doctor. You obviously should go to college. But
Yeah, you need it. You know?
you need a career
Don't,
path to go
like,
to college.
I think the thing with college is, if you need a college education to do your job, obviously you need a college education. But if you don't, you don't need to
there's
go
no
to
reason
college.
to just
Like,
go to
there's
go.
no reason,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so then how many years then is like that? If you didn't do the 3 extra years, is it only you're done after elementary school then, or you're done after?
No, after, like, I could have been done by like those 10 years and then do an apprenticeship after that.
Okay.
And then, then you have a job and
I see.
all that stuff. You can do that.
So that's
but-
basically just like here if you went to like straight to a trade school or something, like,
Yeah,
or just got like an apprenticeship. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, that makes sense.
Would you say people here are nicer than Germans, or are Germans nicer than Americans?
I feel like Germans are more honest, but I feel like Americans are more nice.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I think
so,
it depends what type of like.
But
what
you
part of
can't
America
just
you're in.
just
Yeah.
say, okay,
Yeah.
this country's like this,
That makes
this like that. It's just like, yeah, whatever.
It's so
Yeah, true.
weird to me because that whole side of the world is just completely different. Like, it's just something I'm not exposed to at all.
That's true. I hate the fact that they don't really teach us anything about Europe, like in
I mean, they
America.
teach us about like history and
But
stuff.
who the
but
fuck cares about that? I mean,
I mean-
obviously history's important. Don't get me wrong, guys.
I don't really know anything about like current Europe. I know shit
Yeah,
about
exactly.
like the 1920s about Europe and sure, like when the World War
I,
II, World War One, and all that stuff.
They
Yeah.
don't tell us
But-
anything else.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I'm saying, where's like my like modern like history on Europe? I feel like there should be like a little modern history. Like, do you learn about America and Europe at all?
I mean, we also learn about the wars.
Yeah,
so-
obviously.
But yeah, I mean, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, I have
So-
So, what is Germans' opinion on America dropping the atomic bombs? Like, what does German, when they teach you about that, what do they say about that? Are they like, these evil Americans or something?
No,
Or is it just,
it's neutral.
it's just, okay, yeah. That's basically that's kind of what it is here, too. It's just neutral information.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I mean,
Sometimes.
teachers like they shouldn't have like an opinion
Yeah.
of something.
Yeah,
They
but
should. Yeah.
But sometimes.
That makes
And
sense,
sometimes, yeah, they do. But
Yeah, that. You always gotta have a couple of those. Well, do you think you
Yeah.
want to go on for a little bit longer?
can we stop it right? Oh, you stopped it already, or
No.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah, because I have to.
So, I mean, we can't think of any more questions. So, do you have anything you would
Actually,
like to ask us?
one thing,
Okay.
because I just looked it up, Heineken is a Dutch beer.
Dutch.
Dutch.
So
It's
he's
Dutch.
lying to me. He was
Whoever
lying.
that was lied to you.
I mean, the Netherlands is pretty close to Germany.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Actually, also pretty close to my hometown.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah, you can take a train there.
Oh, so now
Like-
I understand where you live at now, kinda.
Yeah, it's actually just like 40 minutes.
From the Netherlands?
No, from my hometown to the
Oh,
Netherlands.
wow.
That's
Have you
crazy.
Have you been to other places other than Germany? Like around Europe?
Yeah, I've been to a few. Like, I was in France, I was in Italy, I was in Belgium.
Damn.
I was
Damn. Those are like dream places for us to go. And you're just like, oh,
Well, in Europe,
on a
though,
Monday,
if
or
you live in
a weekend,
one,
we can go over there.
that's true.
Yeah, you just
You can kind of just go to
yeah,
any of them
because it's
now,
just
yeah.
everything's so
Connected.
yeah. And if you go anywhere here, you get to do like a 12-hour car drive or like a plane ticket, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take trains to places. It's just
Like, how much would it be to take a train from, like, one country to another country, you think? Like, okay. To
it's
make
kinda
it easy, like,
like-
from your house, or, like, your hometown to, like, the Netherlands, how much would that be, do you think?
Oh, the Netherlands, that's not bad at all, I think. Like, maybe $15.
15?
What?
But
For a 40-minute trip?
yeah,
That's crazy.
That is pretty.
We're
cool.
lacking.
I mean, it also depends. Like, you could have like subscription, you know, where you pay like monthly.
I'm sure, like you can get like a yearly ticket or whatever, like stuff like that. Because I know I've listened to a couple people from there. So there's like they have like super nice like first class carriages, like the train carriages, and they're apparently just nuts. Like, have you ever been in one of those like crazy train cars or just like normal usually?
Oh, just normal.
I mean, nothing
like,
wrong with that.
I doesn't need deluxes, you know.
Exactly.
I just need to.
You just gotta go there.
Go from A to B, you know.
Yeah.
But actually, one funny thing, Germany's actually known for their like trains that are on time, but that's actually so not true because they are never on time. Like,
that's so funny.
Sometimes it's like 10 minutes, sometimes like 40 minutes. And
oh my!
And it really sucks, dude.
That's you don't want to be, because especially if you're like, I gotta be there in like
10 minutes.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, the train was late, and they're like, no, we're the.
That really sucks.
Yeah.
Actually, I could talk about my way here because it also involved trains.
Okay, let's hear it.
When I was in my hometown, I actually wanted to take the train to Münster.
Okay.
So the problem with that is, it was late again. So my mom, she took me there like with the car.
Okay.
But I mean, it's a city, so it was, I think, around 6 p.m. So there was a lot of traffic, and we almost didn't make it, like to the other train.
No.
I booked a different train to Frankfurt because like there's where my flight was.
Yep.
And I just got it, like.
How close were you?
Just in time. Like, I jumped in there. I didn't know where I was. I just asked, is this going to Frankfurt? And he was like, yes. And I was like, good. And the train drove off.
Like, that was literally right as you got on, gone.
Just in time, I just ran.
That's crazy.
It was so close. And
imagine if it wasn't and you just got on the wrong train.
Dude.
What, wouldn't they have kicked you off, or did they check your tickets or anything?
Yeah, they do. They do. So you could probably like be there for a couple minutes, maybe an hour, but after that, if they see you don't have the ticket, you get kicked out. You probably get a fine, not a fine, like, what do you call it?
Like a charge for like
charge
stealing
for
the ticket?
Yeah,
or,
kind of like
the. Oh, I can't think of it. The seat. Yeah. Like,
yeah. So yeah.
That's evil.
So if you haven't booked anything, I mean, it's kind of.
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, it's basically like you're stealing the seat.
Yeah,
so.
kind of. So you gotta pay like I think 60 or 80 euros for that.
Jeez.
Damn. I mean, that's still not bad.
And you get kicked out. So buy your tickets.
Facts.
Or be smart, but buy your tickets.
I don't actually know this. Is weed legal in Germany? Or is it...
It's not. It's legal in the Netherlands, though.
Everything's
legal. So, the thing is, Germany actually wants to legalize it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're probably gonna do it in like the next 2 years.
Oh, hell yeah.
So,
is it still like? I mean, obviously, there's probably lots of people that still use it even though it's illegal in Germany. All right.
I mean, if they're gonna legalize it, they're probably not caring about it that much.
Yeah. Would you say the laws there are more strict than America? Like, would you say there's more, like, you have to be more careful what you do than?
I don't know. Like, it's also everything is different, you know?
Yeah, that is true.
Like, for example, we don't have guns, so we don't.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
shit. I mean, I personally think.
Let's not start that debate.
I mean, you can see on the news how us having guns is going for us here. So.
I mean, one thing I'm interested to know about is how like the cops are different in Germany compared to the U.S. Because I've heard, and you can correct me if I'm wrong,
All right.
that American cops, okay, this is what I've heard. European cops are very, like, calm usually, and, like, I've seen European cops get bitched. Like, I don't know, like, what country. I'm pretty sure it was France, so, you know, it's France. But, like, in America, I definitely think, compared to any European country, that we have very intense cops. Like, would you say that's true? Or would you say that that German cops are, like, pretty, like...
I actually can't really judge it because I haven't had that much contact with the cops, so
Okay.
Yeah. Have you had any experience with American cops at all?
No.
None at all?
Not at all.
That's...
Or German cops? Have you ever had any with German cops?
Yeah, but, like, not really, you know what I mean?
Like,
not
they
like
were
bad
just
situations.
like, not a bad, like, never got arrested,
They were
nothing
just
like that. They were just like, go.
Okay.
Just, what are you doing? Go.
That makes... Okay.
No, we went to a lake, right?
Okay.
And there was no swimming, and we were there chilling, swimming, and all
Yeah,
that.
it happens.
You know, we just
And then
had
the
to
cop
leave
just
then.
rolled
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, they pulled up. I think someone called it because, like it was kind of polluted there, like so much waste, and
They don't want you
It
getting
was-
sick.
no, they actually, it really pissed them off, I think.
Oh, damn.
So they called the cops, but it was not us though. So
Oh, really?
like we took our stuff back, but someone like really threw stuff there, and
Oh, I see what
Oh,
you're
okay.
saying.
so,
Okay.
you know, and yeah, that pissed them off, and so.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just being like a dick,
Yeah,
honestly,
that's
at
the-
that
yeah.
point.
But there's actually a guy, so funny. He was there with us, like at the same spot at the lake, and he was actually just really cool and asking the cops, "Hey, do you guys actually come tomorrow too?" he was already planning to come back. So,
Oh my
and a
god.
different guy, he was on his boat there, and as soon as the cop was calling, "Come back, you have to leave," and all that stuff, he was paddling all the way to the other side. He was just...
He was gone.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Oh.
He did not care at all.
That's funny. One thing I want to ask about, I just remembered. Okay, so I don't know if this is a thing in Germany. I know this is a thing in, I think it's, Denmark. There's, like, there's, like, a party bus. Like, do you have those? Like, it's like a bus you get on. And literally, like, they told me that the day, I don't remember if it's you turn 16 or 18, it's like, every single day you go on this party bus from, like, you go to school, and then you're done with school, go on the party bus, and then you go on the party bus all night and come back to school just absolutely schmacked in the morning for, like, 30 days.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah!
We gotta go to Denmark, I
Yeah.
guess.
That sounds pretty cool.
No, we actually don't have that. I mean...
Nothing like that.
I mean... I know that we have party buses, but we don't have, like, nothing like that, you know?
See, we don't even have, like, party... I've never seen a party bus. Actually, I think I have.
Yeah, I think I did too.
Yeah, you're
Never
right,
been
actually. I've seen a
on one,
party...
though.
Oh, shit! Damn it!
Now we're gonna start
We're
something
gonna
here.
bleep that.
That was...
I just got the worst look from River, and I'm like, what the hell just happened?
I was
And
just
then I'm like, oh shit! I just said the name of the city that we live in. God.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Do cops there carry guns?
Yeah, they do.
I mean, they probably don't have to use them that often, though, because...
Tasers probably the most. Just
Yeah.
they don't have a other person.
No
doesn't
other
have a-
people have guns.
But I don't
really.
think all of them have guns. Like if you're like
A traffic cop.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
probably don't.
Yeah.
But like if you're like at an airport or something, you see them with those big blasters.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well...
Yeah, that's pretty. Do you see a lot of civilians like illegally get guns, like, or is that just something that doesn't happen at all? Like nobody has any type of gun.
I mean, there's always a way, you know.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but it's
It's just
as-
not a common thing.
I mean, there are guns that are illegal and people have them, you
Yeah.
know, but
Can't
it's
really
not a
do
big
it.
thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Like,
you don't have people going into places and just shooting them up.
Yeah, that's an American
I mean-
special. That's the American special. Be careful which grocery store you go to.
In here, it's so much easier to get a gun, you know?
Yeah.
Literally, like, some people here, they get the gun, like, from their parents when they're, like, 16.
I had a gun from my grandparent when I was like 10. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically. You and me could probably go buy a gun right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. We could.
Do you have
That's
to
good.
be a citizen to buy a gun?
I think you do.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not planning on.
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm not. I was just interested in.
Alright.
Yeah, that's,
Okay.
I don't know.
That's
The
interesting.
gun
to
laws
know,
here
though.
are very interesting.
Well, do you have any last questions for us?
Actually, I want to start something different.
Okay.
Like, I would be interesting, like, how are your guys' parties here? So,
Okay.
Parties.
In
tell me something
in
about that.
the city that we live in,
The parties are,
mid,
they're mid. I mean, sometimes, I guess I've seen
They're
some
okay.
cool ones. They're not,
basically, okay, here's the breakdown. There's hick shop parties,
What's hick?
like,
the
country-
cowboy boots,
the
the
country
cowboy
boy
boots, cowboy
yeezys.
hats at
Alright.
school.
Yep.
Like the
drive
people that
massive
drive
pickup
trucks, that, yeah, only listen to country music or
Yep.
just stuff like that. That's
Mhm.
a hick.
So it's either those shop parties
Alright.
or it's like 5 to 10 people. There's no like
Yeah, I mean, if it's a pretty big party, not at a shop, it'll probably get shut down pretty fast.
Yeah, that like
Even
every
at a-
house party gets shut down super
Yeah,
fast.
you have to be somewhere
in the middle of nowhere.
you have to be like at a place you can party or something.
And in most of those times when that happens, it's only
The
like a
cops-
smaller
yeah,
party.
Yeah, and cops may pretty much all the time show up to parties. It's
Yeah.
like a pretty.
Dude, that sucks.
Cause like the city here is like so small that it's like you can have smaller parties because they won't get busted because
It's the noise complaints.
it's the
that's
noise
noisy.
complaints that get you because at the big parties there's just so many people and so much stuff happening. The neighbors call the cops because
Alright.
they're too nosy.
Yeah.
Like everyone here's just like really nosy.
I mean, yeah, it's.
I mean, if you have
That's how it
cool
be.
neighbors or young neighbors that you can invite.
That's true. That's
then
true.
you could
If you just get the
maybe-
whole block.
Yeah,
That's,
right.
yeah, that's true.
That would work, but you
gotta
probably
get lucky.
have like, you probably have like 1 or 2 people at least
Yeah.
that are
Yeah.
not willing to
Mhm.
do that and just piss you off.
Yep. And then they call the cops.
Well,
So because there's no like, yes, there's bars, but there's not like a club.
I mean, you have to be 21.
A club
too.
in.
I did it again, guys.
Oh my god.
We'll bleep that out. Sorry. A club in. Let's write that down. The city we live in. There was one club, but it got shut down.
All right.
Yeah, there's not really. It's just bars, which
Yeah.
are you just basically
Mid.
go in there and.
Get smashed for more money that it costs you more money to go to the bar and get drunk than it would if you just stayed at your house
Yeah, that's
and got
normal.
drunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like most people don't really leave their house. That's why, like, especially in the city we live in, there's a lot of people who are like alcoholics.
Yeah.
Because all they do is
Yeah.
like, there's nothing to do, so they just sit at home and drink.
All right.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of alcoholics here. Because there's not a lot to do, so they just get fucking hammered every night. Yeah,
We became stoners instead, basically.
yeah stoners
So-
are the way to go.
So you think people do more drugs here or more alcohol?
Oh,
Like,
alcohol
like
for sure.
alcohol.
Alcohol
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
I mean,
it's-
alcohol is a drug, but I would still like kind of separate
Yeah.
those two.
I would-
right?
It's like an
Ooh.
80 to 20 probably.
The
Like
other-
80% of people do.
I would say, okay, the two biggest things, I don't consider weed a drug.
Weed,
Yes, it's illegal.
It's a plant.
I consider, like, it's illegal,
It's like
whatever.
tobacco.
But, like, bro, the worst thing here is fucking alcohol and pills.
Oh yeah, pills are
That's
a really
that's
bad thing.
pills,
in
like
America.
oxys and like because you've
Somebody-
heard of like the fake fentanyl pills.
Somebody
No, I
just
did
got
not.
busted for that.
Yeah.
In the town.
Mm-hmm.
You got me.
Yeah,
Sure
in
you
the
did.
town. Got it this time, guys. No, and it's like, so you know, like if you hurt your back or something, they would give you like oxycodone, like a painkiller or whatever.
and then you get addicted to those
Yeah.
painkillers, and then the amount of overdoses we have.
Like fentanyl
Overdose
is like
the third leading cause of death in America.
I think it's number 1 now. I think it might be number 1.
I think number 1 is still car crashes.
Is it?
It's either car crashes or suicide.
I have no idea.
Suicide's up there. Suicide's
that's
like number
crazy.
2.
But it's like fentanyl, the thing that they're like is a synthetic version of the drugs that they're normally getting, but it's like 100 times stronger.
And it'll kill
It'll
you.
basically just kill you.
A little bit.
Like a little bit will kill you.
And people lace drugs with that,
Yep.
and you get overdosed, and you. It's a pretty bad
fucked
thing.
up.
It's the
messed up, dude.
It's the what is it called? It's like an epidemic.
Opioid epidemic.
Yeah, the opioid epidemic.
So I would say like it's pills or not pills. It's alcohol, pills, and then I would say it's like probably weed after that, obviously. And then, bro, honestly, coke is like I know a lot of people do coke. God damn it! I gotta stop. I said it again. All right, that's another one blurred out. But yeah, in the city we live in, a lot of people do that. But generally, yeah, that's it. I'd say.
You tried one of those?
I haven't tried coke. I want to, hypothetically.
I hypothetically would like to do that too. Deontay is already addicted to coke, but he's never tried it before.
Yeah, basically.
It's really weird.
I just love cocaine.
He just loves the
hypothetically.
thought of doing cocaine.
Yeah.
But he's never done it. We just gotta get you to do it one day. Just make sure it's not laced, so we don't.
We'll
pass
test
on
it.
Yeah, test kits are the best. What would you rate America? Is it better than any other places? Or like 1 to 10, 1 being worst country in the world, 10 being the best country in the world.
You're not gonna hurt our feelings.
You're not gonna hurt our feelings. You can go 1.
Go crazy.
If you said number 1 worst country in the world, I would probably agree with
Honestly.
you. I'd be like, I guess
No,
so.
I wouldn't do 1. But honestly, I don't know how to rate it. I don't know.
It's just America's so vastly different.
It's just
The more you go across it,
you gotta
Yeah.
really. Yeah, it's just
like
so
if
much
you go to
different stuff.
LA, it's so much different than if you go to here.
Well, he's an experienced
Yeah.
person. You're gonna see a
Well,
lot
he's
of
been
different
to-
part of LA.
You've been to Phoenix already, right?
Yeah, I've been to Phoenix. So
Have you been to LA already?
no, I did not. I haven't
Okay.
been to California at all.
So that's your first time going down there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
gonna
it
be good.
is. I've
I've never even been to California.
No?
No.
Where have you been in the US?
I've been to Texas, and I was born in Alabama,
Okay.
and the surrounding states like Minnesota and South Dakota, Florida. That's
Damn.
about it.
Okay.
It's really
I've been to
Colorado. Colorado's really cool. And then driving through states,
Yeah,
you get to places But other than that, yeah, that's about.
I've been to Montana, South Dakota. Oh, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm Montana, South Dakota, Nebraska, which is where I was born. Minnesota, Illinois, Kansas, or what? I don't know what state Kansas is. Oh wait, that is a state.
That is a
I'm
state.
fucking
Yeah.
stupid. Kansas, god damn it, and I don't think I've been to any faraway states. I've never been to a state with a different climate.
Really?
No.
Never had a humid summer?
No.
The humidity in Alabama is fucking horrible. You go outside, you're immediately sweating.
Yikes.
It's not fun. You'll probably feel that in California. California's
Probably.
boiling.
I feel like it's not
Arizona,
humid
too.
down there. It's
Huh?
just hot.
Arizona will be a lot.
Oh yeah, Arizona was
a lot
definitely
worse, probably.
Yeah, honestly, that might be worse than California.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I looked it up. It was 110 the last time I looked.
Jesus.
So
That's pretty bad.
It's the humidity that kills you.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
At least
you just
it's
get
not-
wet, and then you just immediately start sweating.
Yep.
It's just not fun.
Well, I think
That's
it.
yeah,
I think
that
we're
was
good.
pretty good.
All right,
Appreciate
so
you having you on, Niels. That was
yeah, this has
I enjoyed
been a
that a
great
lot.
talk.
yeah.
I agree.
So Niels, you got anything you want to say to the audience before we end the podcast?
I'm just gonna say here, I hope you liked it, and yeah, just. Do you do it weekly? I was gonna say like stop by next week or something, but
Oh yeah, well, we do it.
We do it basically weekly.
Basically once or twice a week.
Yeah, we're trying to get into twice a week.
We're trying to get twice a week.
It's just
We messed up last week, so we're off.
well, that happens.
It does happen.
What's
mean,
the
yeah,
last
you-
thing I said.
you don't really have to say anything.
That's it. I think
Yeah.
like
We'll just be like
we enjoyed having you on. Obviously, we hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, this has been the DRK Cast with our special guest Niels on here. I'm one of your hosts, Deontay,
and I'm the other host, River.
and
So
And
Niels.
the guest here.
Niels
Hell
the
yeah.
guest. And this has been the DRK Cast. Thank you everybody for listening. Oh, and before we forget, thank you for the support on the last last 3 episodes, sorry. And we hope you enjoy this one as well. So thank you.
Peace.
Peace.
Holy